Yes, Denise.
So who is this?
That's
Sir, what's your name?
Corey.
Who called you up here?
He was fine.
Oh, okay.
when I pointed at the hall.
Oh, got it. Sounds good. Okay, today's the date and the time that was set for a preliminary examination on 2 counts of delivery, manufacturing of drugs. How are we proceeding?
At this time, Your Honor, the people would request an adjournment of this matter. This matter involves, people planned on calling 5 witnesses in this preliminary examination. All of them are officers with the Lansing Police Department who are all currently tied up on duty with the Silver Bells in the city, Your Honor, and are unavailable to testify. So we would ask that for an adjournment in this matter, Your Honor, so those officers can appear and testify.
Okay, and Mr. Carter?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're not going to oppose the adjournment under these circumstances. There has been an offer related to my client that we learned about today, and she's going to contemplate that in the meantime anyway.
What's the offer?
I believe the offer was related, but the offer was drug court, Your Honor.
Okay.
That was the original offer that was, and Mr. Carter may not have been on it at that time when that original offer was extended. That's my thought.
Okay, sounds good. So it looks like we've already waived the 21 days in this matter because she was arraigned back in September. So I will adjourn this matter. January 4th at 9:30. Does that work for you, Mr. Carter?
I believe it does, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get Ms. Johnson a copy of her notice to appear today. Any additional matters for today's record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense.
You're all set, ma'am. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Anthony Davis, file number 21-03352, council appearance.
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people. I believe Mr. Abbott is making his way to the court.
Appearance.
I gave
He's already got his appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Abbott representing Mr. Jones.
Davis?
Davis. Reading the wrong screen, Your Honor. I found Anthony Davis. He's right here to my right.
Thank you. Today was the date and time that was set for a competency hearing. I have a report here from November 6, 2023. Did both parties get a copy of the report?
Yes, Your Honor, the people have received that.
Yes, I've received and read it. Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, the body and the conclusion of the report opine that the defendant is competent to stand trial and was at the time of the evaluation. Is there any reason to make objection to the body or the opinion of the report?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No objection from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, court will adopt this finding and incorporate the report as part of the court record. The defendant will have an order entered that he is competent to proceed. And so we need to set this for a preliminary examination.
Or if we could have a PCC prior to the preliminary exam, give Mr. Brodowitz and I an opportunity to potentially work out a deal.
Yes, Your Honor, that was going to be my request as well. This is my first time dealing with this case, and due to the age of the case, I believe another PCC would be appropriate.
Your Honor, my answer what that is.
A probable cause conference. So you had one before. It's an opportunity for the parties to discuss and see if there's any issues with evidence, if there's offers, anything of that nature. And then if we're going to continue to a examination or not. So, and you don't necessarily need to appear in person for your probable cause conference. That can happen remotely, meaning they'll talk off the record. They'll let the court know if you're going to have an exam or not. You do have to appear in person for your exam though, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
PCC 8. PCC will be December 8th at 1 p.m.
And then January
Can I ask another question, Your Honor?
Exam is January
4th,
4th at 1
at 9.
at 9 a.m. What is your question, sir?
How does multiple prosecutors get to keep handling this case? Because this wasn't the same prosecutor that we dealt with last.
That means absolutely nothing. There's, might not be the same one in January. We don't have any control over that. He's from Ingham County, so as long as someone from Ingham County is here to handle it, that's all you need to know. It doesn't matter if it's Mr. Brodowitz, it could be Ms. Housefield.
I just went to.
Yeah, that's how, because they don't, it doesn't have to be the same person and they rotate. So they may be up for a rotation soon, I don't know. So January could be somebody totally different from what you have today. Now, if somebody from Eaton County comes in here and tries to prosecute, then you got a question. You're like, why is the Eaton County prosecutor now on this matter? That's when you have a question. But as long as he works for the Ingham County Prosecutor's Office, they just need to send a prosecutor to handle it. He could be out sick that day that you have your exam. All they need to do is send somebody else.
I understand.
He has no attachment to your case, okay? Do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll get you a copy of your notice to appear. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, thank you.
You're all set.
I also had another review for you on the 30th. Must still supposed to show up for that too.
A review for competency and a misdemeanor?
It's the same one he's took off after that.
Oh, it was this matter it was set for a review because you were going to follow up to see, I see that November 30th. We set it for a review so we could see if we can get a letter from the Forensic Center on an update. They sent us the report, so we moved it. Once we get a report, we have to set it within 5 days. So that's why it was today. So you do not need to come on the 30th, okay? Any other questions?
No, Your
All
Honor.
great questions. Okay, you're all set. We'll get you a notice to appear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan. I don't see Mr. Bell. Someone put it in for him? Okay, and on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jaquay Jones, file number 23-03265. Appearance, please.
Sheriff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin, filling in for counsel of record, Mr. Nickel. I'm appearing today on behalf of Mr. Jones, present to my record.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a preliminary examination. Were we ready to proceed on this?
At this time, Your Honor, the people are not ready to proceed and would request an adjournment. I have called the hall, previously I called the hallway in the courtroom. The complaining victim had not made their presence known to me. However, in that case, the people were ready to proceed victimless with Officer Tory Brooks. Officer Brooks is currently on duty with the Silver Bells of the City detail. And so to allow her to come in and testify, the people would be requesting an adjournment of this matter.
Officer Brooks was here today.
She was out on duty, Your Honor. I did have her on call, available to appear if necessary, if she was able to before the, before she had to leave for the brief.
Turn the phone off. Mr. Austin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would be opposing the request for an adjournment. I would ask that the matter be dismissed, understanding, of course, that the dismissal would be without prejudice. The people would have the option to refile.
Due to the fact that it is 2 o'clock, I think there was 2:30 now. Streets are being blocked off. I'm going to grant the request for an adjournment and reset this matter. I saw find good cause to go beyond the 21 days. You had the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of the date of your arraignment. You were arraigned on October 29th. Again, due to the fact that the officer who was supposed to be here today is tied up with the city, Silver Bells in the city, and unable to proceed today, we are going to reset this matter and get you a new date, okay?
January 11th at 1:30.
January 11th at 1:30. the additional matters for today's record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing additional on behalf of Mr. Jones, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, bond and the no contact order will continue. You're all set. We'll get you your notice. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tommy Lee Bozeman, file number 23-02387, 23-02905. Council appearance.
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Hillis on behalf of Mr. Bozeman. Mr. Bozeman is present, statement right at this time.
Your Honor, thank you. Aaron Housefield on behalf of the people in file 23-02387 FY.
Okay, this matter was set for today to proceed with an exam. However, I do have a note here. Mr. Bozeman was going to retain counsel. Did he not? Did he change his mind? You did change your mind? Okay. And so are we ready to proceed to an exam on this?
Thank you, Your Honor. With regard to the file that I represent the people on, the people had a series of witnesses here. We intended to run the exam based on previous conversations with Mr. Milks. However, all 6 of my witnesses are LPD officers who were assigned to the Silver Bells detail. Thank you. And so they were present but had to leave. So the people would be asking for an adjournment based on that.
Which matter were you on again?
Those. So I am
Last
on
4.
02387, Your Honor.
So all Lansing officers are at Silver Bells?
All Lansing officers on my case are at Silver Bells.
That would be the same for file 23-02905, Your Honor. All of the witnesses were here, but all had to leave for the Silver Bells detail. I guess on that file, I would just ask that it be set, if the adjournment is granted, that be set at the same time as the file that we just had with Miss Destiny Johnson. That would be 23-02906, as they arise out of the same search of the house. And so the witnesses on both exams would be the same, Your Honor.
Okay, so we don't know if all the police officers are at. There's some there, so it's not all, just some of them.
None of the ones on this.
Yeah.
The officers that are in the.
No, I'm not disputing that. I just want to know if all these cases,
Understood.
there's no officers.
My apologies.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And we would be asking for dismissal this time. If people are not able and ready to go at this time, we would be asking for dismissal. Based on the fact that people are not ready.
I'm sure you would be asking for that. However, do you all intend to reissue this case?
Yes.
That's not in the interest of judicial economy for us to dismiss it, complete paperwork to have it dismissed, put it in the system so that by the time they get back to their office, they reissue it. It's Friday. He might end up in jail for the holiday with the new pending case. You don't want that, do you?
We don't want that, absolutely, Judge.
It's gonna have to be rearranged if they reissue. Next week's Thanksgiving.
Correct. But right now, it seems like everyone's working at Silver Bells, so there's not gonna be anything.
Oh, I'm
going
gonna
on
call
this
next
evening.
week. I won't be working on Silver Bells. I'll be here signing warrants and doing arraignments.
Very good, Your Honor.
Okay, motion to dismiss is denied. I will reset the matter.
January 4th, 9:30.
January 4th at 9:30 for both.
Is that with prelim, Your Honor?
That's for prelim. I didn't know that you needed another piece.
I don't think we do.
Okay,
No, Your Honor, there's also an accompanying PA 53 that attaches to the file that I've entered an appearance on. I would assume that that will travel with the prelim, Your Honor.
that's correct.
Thank you.
What time was that, Your Honor?
At 9:30 on January 4th. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bozeman? No. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the people on behalf of file I entered an appearance on, Your Honor.
The only thing was, do we know if there's be another prosecutor on this case at all?
There will be another prosecutor on this case. We don't know yet at this time.
Why
Okay.
is that a question?
Who I need to contact?
Oh, okay.
Harass, I guess.
Are you not gonna be on the case anymore?
Your Honor, I'm leaving the employment of Ingham County.
Are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Would you reconsider the dismissal now then, or
Why would I do that?
why not? I don't know. No, thank you. I have
No.
nothing further.
Thank you. All right, you're all set.
Thank you.
I don't know.
What officers do we have here?
They're both on cases that are not on the docket anymore, Your Honor. They just didn't get off of our list.
Oh, so we need to release them so they can go
Yeah,
work
I
at
was gonna
Silver
go
Bells?
let them know really quick.
They're
so
not
that they can-
actually, I asked them both, I said, are you two supposed to be? And they said, no, I think we're two people that aren't.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
So
For now, they'll probably be.
they'll get pulled into something, Your Honor, guaranteed.
Okay,
I was gonna go let them go really quick.
well, before we do that,
I want, so,
on the record, who's here for Robinson?
I know Mr. Abbott was, I believe, supposed to be covering on Mr. Johnson. I'm not sure if he's going to be
Jones?
covering Mr. Jones as well, Your Honor.
They just stick to adjourn for Freeman matters. For
Yes,
both.
both of his matters.
I don't understand how we can stick to adjourn if they haven't waited 21 days. This is the original preliminary examination day. Yeah, I didn't sign anything. This is, I wouldn't have because it's the original exam date. So we need Mr. Pfeiffer and somebody from on behalf of Sherman and what was the other one? The first, is that one I think was Solace. That one was a reset, but this one is not. This is the original date, so we need them here.
Should I reach out to Mr. Pfeiffer, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
What case?
On Sherman Junior.
Sure.
And then we need someone to reach out to Mr. Freeman. Because they gotta get their client to waive it 21 days. I think somebody.
I'll call Mr. Pfeiffer, Your Honor.
Someone's supposed to cover for him, is that what it is?
He's not here.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Abbott, who do you have with you?
Johnson.
Do we know who's covering for Robinson on Jones? Because that's the case I called.
Oh.
Yes.
Pardon me.
Yes, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus DeQuindrick Jones, file number 23-03270. Council appearance.
Jeff Bradley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Okay, so, Mr. Abbott, I may have your appearance.
Good afternoon, Sean Abbott, representing DeQuindrick Jones. He's standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Jones, today was the date set for your preliminary examination. I'm assuming we're not continuing to exam today, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. The people would be asking for an adjournment. Officer Cutler, who is going to be the people's only witness here, is currently assigned, I believe, to a K-9 unit for explosives for Silver Bells in the city. And so people would be asking for an adjournment so that she can appear and testify.
Silver Bells in the city is some production, huh?
It is. And we object to it.
Objection is noted. The court will find good cause to go beyond the 21 days because the officer is obviously tied up on something else. That's outside of the prosecution's control. It's outside the officer's control too. Let's see, Officer Cutler is with Silver Bells. And so, Mr. Jones, you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of the date that you were arraigned on the 30th of October, but due to the sole officer who was supposed to be here for testimony being sent on another duty today and unable to be here, I'm going to find good cause to go beyond the 21 days, okay? January 11th at 1:30 is your new court date, okay, sir? Do you have any questions? Any additional matters for the record today, counsel?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Not from the defense, thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Not so sorry. Yep.
Ready to go on that one.
You ready to go on what?
Johnson.
You're running Johnson?
No, no,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
I believe, going to be a waiver of the 21 days. I'm just standing in for Melanie Smith.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Johnson, file number 23-00189, FY, counsel appearance.
Jeff Radowitz on behalf of the people, standing in for Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Melanie Smith, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Abbott, representing Mr. Johnson, is standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, today was the date that was set for preliminary examination. My understanding is that the defendant was going to wait 21 days. Is that accurate?
That's correct, Your Honor. I'm summing for Erin Robinson today, and she believes that there's some discovery outstanding, and she'd like to get that before we proceed to preliminary exam.
If I may address that, Your Honor.
Yes.
For that. So in the email that APA Smith sent to me, she did acknowledge that there was a, I guess, at least the way she put it, a final piece of evidence that was requested by the defense, which should be turned over by the end of the day today, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, you understand that you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of the date that you're arraigned?
Yes.
Okay, you were arraigned on November 2nd, so your exam was set for today. But due to the outstanding discovery request, which is needed to help formulate your defense, are you willing to waive the 21 days so that this matter can be reset?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive the 21-day timeline?
No.
Any promises being made to you?
No.
Okay, I'll get your new date.
January 12th at 8:30.
January 12th at 8:30. Any questions at this time?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, thank you.
Bond will continue. We'll get you your notice to appear, okay?
Already.
Thank you.
Thank
Let's see. Last one I have here. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jonathan Potter. File number 22-02664. Counsel appearance.
Jeff Radowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin filling in for Mr. Nickel, filling in. I'm here to represent Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter has just arrived, waiting for his caregiver who is parking his vehicle. My understanding was this to be treated today as probable cause.
This happened last week. I was almost going to attribute this to Silver Bells, but the same thing happened last week, and Mr. Potter was over 30 minutes late. As the caregiver, so we might need to have a conversation with the caregiver
He is in the hallway, Your Honor.
about being here on time. There, he's waiting for his caregiver. I thought you said he was outside and with the car.
No. Mr. Potter is out in the hallway waiting on his caregiver to park the vehicle. He just got off the elevator a few minutes ago.
Okay,
Approximately, I would say maybe 5 minutes ago.
okay. Are we continuing to examine this?
That's what I would be asking to do at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll set it for an exam date. I don't think we did that before.
January 12th and 9.
January 12th at 9 a.m. Can Mr. Carter come in here?
Yes, I will go get that, Your Honor.
Is it 9 AM now?
That's correct.
I go to jail.
Are you Mr. Potter?
That's me.
Okay, Mr. Potter, we're gonna set your matter for a preliminary examination on January 12th at 9 a.m., okay? Do you have any questions?
Am I in trouble?
I'm sorry,
Am I in trouble?
in trouble for what? I mean, you have a pending felony. Are you aware of that?
Yeah,
For home invasion, second degree.
yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what this is?
That's for you to come back for your exam for that home invasion, okay?
Okay,
Do you have any questions for today?
no,
Okay, you're all set.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Same to you. Sherman, I received a stip to adjourn, but,
Yeah, there's no waiver of the.
there's no waiver of the 21 days and the defendant nor his counsel's here. You can't stip to adjourn if you didn't waive the 21 days on the record. So,
Be right there.
I sent an email asking if you adjourned it. I told them you did it.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Um,
We'll let them address it, that it's just a tribute, I'm not gonna issue a bench warrant. They'll have to address it on the record the next time. But you all gotta get out of here too.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Mr. Sherman. Here.
Mr. Sherman is here.
Yeah.
Oh, we just need a public defender then.
Okay.
Mr. Sherman is here, we just need a public defender. Mr. Piper's here, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
My apologies, Your Honor.
No problem, but his attorney just needed, he's here in the courtroom, we just needed him to tell one of his colleagues.
Is there a public
Right.
defender in the room at all?
There were some, but they may have hit the hills.
No, they're sitting.
There's still, oh, there's
Here
a,
comes Mr. Mills.
Mr. Milks, perfect.
Yep.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Sherman, file number 23-03161FY. Can I have appearances, please?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Adam Pfeiffer on behalf of the people.
And good afternoon, Your Honor, Stephen Milks, on behalf of Mr. Sherman, who is present and staying to my right.
Okay, Mr. Sherman, today was the date that was originally set for your preliminary examination. I do recall at your probable cause conference that this was a matter that was reissued and there was a request for time to seek a global resolution. I received a stipulation in order for adjournment, but the concern was I had not formally waived the timeline. And so you are here, and I want to know if you're willing to waive your timeline to have your exam within 21 days of your arraignment.
Well, I don't know what that means.
You have the right to have your preliminary examination, which is the hearing that you have to make the prosecutor establish probable cause to charge you with this crime, okay? You have the right to have that hearing within 21 days of the date that you're arraigned, and you were arraigned on November 2nd. So you were originally scheduled to have that examination today. But because your attorney and the prosecutor's office is working on a global resolution, are you willing to waive the timeline so I can reset this for exam?
I just want to dismiss.
May I have one?
Okay,
Witness-
no.
the witness ain't even in.
Okay,
If I may have one more, Your Honor.
off the record.
Thank you.
Okay, back on the record, Mr. Sherman, I recognize you do not wish to waive your 21-day timeline, okay? I recognize you don't want to waive the timeline, and you don't have to waive it, but I am gonna find good cause to adjourn. A, your attorney's not even here.
I've never even met my attorney. I've never even talked to him.
Weren't you in court on the 9th?
On Zoom or the Zoom thing, I don't even know what he looks like.
Yes,
You didn't talk,
Your Honor, Mr.
you
Freeman.
didn't talk to your attorney last week?
No.
Mr. Sherman appeared by Zoom. Mr. Freeman was here in person, and the public defender's appearance had just been filed with our office that morning. That was part of the reason for the adjournment of the preliminary examination.
Ours was filed on the 6th.
Yeah,
So it wasn't-
we didn't get it until the morning of the PCC for whatever reason, so it wasn't processed and no discovery had been sent out.
Right. I have a note here that they hadn't received discovery, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he didn't meet his attorney. The attorney should have met with him privately and told him why they weren't moving forward. Nonetheless, that's all the more reason why the court needs to find good cause to go beyond the timeline, so that your attorney can be present. Mr. Milks is we just dragged him from all the hallway to cover for you. So it's not his fault, so we'll deal with Mr. Freeman at the next court date. And you should hopefully have had multiple conversation with him, because this date's probably going to be in January now, okay?
Okay.
And so I'm gonna find good cause to go beyond the 21 days and set this out.
January 12th and 9:30.
January 12th at 9:30 is your new court date.
Eddie, what's the time?
9:30.
9:40?
30.
9:30.
We don't do 40s. Do you have any questions today, Mr. Sherman?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not for the
No.
people, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pfeiffer. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Mills.
you.
Thank you very much. Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Milks, for stepping in.
Yep, thanks, sir.